Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial is on this spring makeup that I have been doing lately just because I want to feel just like airy and light and bright and glowing, and I'm just tired of everything from winter and all the dark and heavy and just no. So I'm just like moving on to something fresher and yeah, more spring-like. And if you guys want to see how I created this look, then keep on watching. I also have my brows on already. I'm using the same brow products that I always use. It's the Essence Brow Designer in Blonde and the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara. So just because you've seen me do it so many times, I was just like, let's just skip that. We can save a step and move straight on to the base. For primer, I'm actually going to use this Color Corrector Primer with an SPF of 30. This is actually from Primark's own little range. Haven't tried much from them, I have to say, and this was actually gifted from one of my friends and I'm excited to try it. I haven't really played around with it yet. So this says that the yellow color corrector is going to brighten the complexion, and I feel like today's makeup look is all about looking bright and healthy and glowing and just like beautiful. So I'm all about this, and I mean SPF 30 is never wrong. Actually, just so you guys know, I've already applied my sunscreen. I use the Cosrx Aloe Soothing Sun Cream. So this already has an SPF of 50 plus, but you know, it's never wrong to have more SPF on. I'm actually excited to see how this is gonna look on my skin because I am so fair, but I was reading and yellow should be fine even for fair people. But yeah, I don't want crazy a lot of amount of product since I don't really know how I get on with this primer. So now we're just gonna smooth it all out. This is gonna actually turn my face red. Maybe anytime I touch my face it turns red, so don't be alarmed, it's just my face. I feel like that actually blended in well nice. It feels nice and smooth and not too tacky. I was a little bit worried putting, you know, because I have my sunscreen on, then putting a primer, then putting foundation, like it would be too much, but I'm happy to say that that one feels quite like lightweight and not too tacky. So the foundation that I want to use today is the Maybelline Fit Me. This is a product that I always tend to go back to. I love this foundation. It's just a staple in my collection. When I just want to put on something that I know I would like, I just reach for this. So yeah, this is for normal to oily skin, and I agree with that. I feel like even if you have quite normal, even, you know, touching on dry, I still think you can use this, especially if you just put a little bit of hydrating primer underneath, you're good to go. This looks great on pretty much everybody. I always apply this with my beauty blender. I feel like that's just the way this works the best, and I don't even feel like you need a lot of product with this. I feel like it has a nice medium coverage, and yeah, it feels lightweight and beautiful on the skin. Do excuse the sun that just keeps coming in and out of shot all the time and messing up my lighting. Let's move on. This is one of my absolute favorite concealers. You all know this one. This is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. And yeah, this is just the one that I've been reaching for a lot lately. So normally I would just go in with powder after foundation and then move on to powder products on top. But lately, I think it's because it's spring and I just want to be as dewy and glowing as possible. I've been loving cream products. So I'm going to go in with my contour stick from Wet n Wild and just do a little bit of contouring with this one. I'm going to have to look in the mirror. Nothing crazy. I just like to get a little bit of shape. So I am going to powder on top, but it's just because if you add a cream product underneath and you top it off with a powder product, it will last so much longer. And that's what I'm all about. So a little bit of double chin action, a little bit of nose. And then I just blend it out with one of these like flat top kabuki style brushes because it just works really well with cream products. I've also been loving like cream highlighters, I feel like they look a little bit more natural, kind of more like melted into your skin. So I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminator, and I kind of just like put it on my fingers, because the thing with stick illuminators or like any kind of liquid product is really that once you put it on, it's on. You can't really like move it around too much, or you will like take the actual foundation underneath and budge that as well, and we do not want that. And this way you have complete control exactly where it's going, and you're kind of blending it out as you are tapping it in. So the good thing about this foundation, since it's like matte, is that you don't really have to go in and set it. So we are eliminating one more powder product on our face, which I think it's nice for this whole like dewy glowing look. But I am gonna set my concealer underneath my eyes. I don't want that to be creasing. So I'm just taking a small little setting brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just like going in and setting that right into place. And then you can just apply this powder to anywhere that you would normally like have a hard time with oil. On my cheeks, my nose, a little bit on my chin, basically my T-zone, and a little bit on my forehead, like that. That's all we're gonna do for a setting. We don't want too much powder on our face. Now moving on, as I said, I will take a little bit of a bronzer. This is the Sleek Face Form Contouring and Blush Palette. I have the color Fair, and kind of just go on top where I placed this bronzer, and not too heavily. I just want to make sure this is also set into place. I'm really into like peachy kind of blushes right now, corally colors. So I'm using the Essence Satin Touch blush in Satin Coral. I feel like it's a beautiful shade, and just because it's satin, it's not completely matte. It gives your cheeks something, and I just love the finish that it gives, and it blends in beautifully. I'm using it on a large stipple brush so that the actual color, it's not gonna go like on just one place. It's kind of easier to just stipple out, and you get the color and the pigmentation exactly where you want it, and you won't look like a little clown. But I'm gonna move on to eyes right now. I felt like I'm not gonna do a strong eye or anything, because that's not what I've been wearing lately. I've just been kind of gravitating towards more cooler shades, which is kind of surprising for me. So this is the Revealed palette from Coastal Scents. This is also an oldie but a goodie. I felt like it was because I found my blush palette from Coastal Scents. I featured it in my last favorites video, and I was so impressed by it, and I was like, why have I been neglecting my old palettes? And kind of the same thing happened with this one. I remember I used to travel with this all the time because it's so thin and it's so lightweight, and you can just like pack it in a little travel bag, and yeah, it pretty much has everything you need. It has a black if you want to go super dark, and it has even the lightish kind of brow bone shade. So for the eyes, I'm gonna take kind of like a brownish shade. So I just take this on kind of like a angled brush, large fluffy brush, and just kind of blend this into the crease to get some definition going and marking the actual crease. Now moving on a small fluffy brush, I'm gonna take this more kind of grayish shade. These are both good matte colors that I usually pop in my crease, and I'm actually going to take the more gray shade and kind of focus that on the outer corner. I'm actually using cool shades. Like, what is going on? I just want a little bit more depth to the outer corner. I feel like the gray doesn't actually look that gray. It's just more kind of like a beigey color. Now I'm going to take an angled brush, and I'm actually going to use, I feel like I would want a dark brown, but I don't really have that, so I feel like I'm going to mix the actual black shade with the first brownie shade that we use. Yeah, just get a little bit of definition in here, nothing too crazy. Just make sure that the lashes are defined and looking thick and fabulous. I feel like dark eyeshadows are so much easier to work with than actual liquid liner. So this is just how you can get a little bit of focus at your lashes without having to work with a liquid or gel eyeliner or something like that. And now for the actual lid, I would want a little bit of something sparkly. So this is a beautiful like pinkish champagne-y shade. And I just take this actually on my finger. I feel like you have best control. Look at it, it's stunning. And I just pat it just at the center of the lid, get some like glitter right in there. It's not actually that glittery, it's more like a beautiful sheen. And this way, it looks like we have done more to the eyes than we actually have. So yeah, I feel like this is the eyes done. They're super duper simple. Just a little bit of definition, a little bit of shimmer on the eyelids to just make it look a little bit flirty and fun and perfect for spring. And now I'm just gonna curl my lashes and apply some mascara. This is the L'Oreal, is it even the L'Oreal? Yeah, L'Oreal, the Paradise Ecstatic Mascara. And now for the last part of the eyes. This is the Essence Eye and Inner Rim Pencil. I just wanted to pop on a little bit of this to kind of just like brighten up the whole eye, make it look fresh and springy. So that is the eyes done. They're super duper simple, but still like defined. You can tell that they're there. They're just like not too much effort put into them, and a little bit of cool colors, which is not that usual for me. But now I'm just going to spray a little bit of Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs and rose water to make sure everything is blended into my skin and looking seamless and smooth. And we're going to move on to the lips. This is the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in the color Sorbet. And I feel like this is just, I don't know, for me this is just a spring shade. It's stunning, they smell nice, they look glossy and nice. So that is everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked watching along when I do my everyday spring makeup these days. I love it. Super simple, super nice. And subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified. I upload new videos every single Friday. So subscribe down below if you want to see more videos from me. And yeah, that is everything.